Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is the Chivalrous Knight. I'm back. And in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I said in the last video, that there was a way to make a lot of money out here. There's a lot of ways to make a lot of money out here. And I tell you right now, for you people out there that's just thinking about getting in, there is a lot of money that can be made out here, depending on which way you want to go. Especially, I'm looking at some things lately, especially for people who learn how to do flatbed, step deck, drop deck, low boy, specialized, oversized, overweight, heavy haul, whichever way you want to call it. Those people are making the most money. Not in one of these square boxes or these rectangular boxes on the back of the truck. Those folks are doing all right. Those ones that's doing that other stuff, they doing better than all right. I've seen load boards and the numbers. I've seen one load paying $30,000 or $29,000 for one load going 1,600 miles. Now, of course, that's when we're involved in escort and special permits and all that, but I don't know anything about the deductions other than that. But just imagine your revenue for a day, 2 days work being $29,000. So, for you folks that's sitting at home and that's not trucking yet, or for you people that are driving for the company and all you plan on doing is driving for the company, being a 1,000,000-mile and 3,000,000-mile driver for the same company, doing 10 and 15 and 20 years for the same company. I don't know how you do that. I guess that's what makes us different. Some people have ambition. Ambitious people can't sit still. We can't do the same thing for too long. We need to either do something different or do something better than what we're doing, or maybe move to the next level in what we're doing. And working for a boss, the same boss or whatever, for that many years is unimaginable to me. And every year that I've changed my job or position, I've always did financially better after that move, almost every time. So my next move is coming. I don't know how soon, but I hope it's real soon. So I look forward to that next move, because that means I've figured out another way to make more money. And but anyways, one of the ways I've been hearing a lot about lately, which I heard about early on as I was a student on a mentor's truck, he was making a lot of money off of the student. And I mentioned that before. What he did was he became a lease operator, not a company driver, though you can even make good money as a company driver training, as long as you're getting paid for all the miles that the student is driving. As I said before, you can do 5,000 to 6,000 miles in a week. Well, even if you're only getting paid 40 cents a mile of 5,000 miles. So let's see, 40 cents of 5,000 miles, what would that be? I don't even know. But I would say it's somewhere around 2,000, right? Yeah. No. Yeah, that's right. That's around 2,000. Because that's if you're a company driver. That's why it's mixing me up, because I'm not used to using such a small number. But yeah. So I think as a mentor, you're getting paid $1.12 and say Swift for every mile that you're driving the truck yourself. And then every mile that the student drives, I think you're getting paid, you know, I don't think it's the same. I need to find out about that. But, still, either way, if it's still another 36 cents a mile or whatever on the other 2,000, 2,500 miles that the student drives, plus if you driving another 2,500 and you getting paid $1.12, you're making a lot of money every single week. You're grossing probably around 37, maybe $4,000 in that case, in that example. So just imagine grossing around 4,000 every week. And, you get your fixed costs, it's about 1,000, 1,200 for some people. And you get your fuel, but you're going to burn a lot of fuel driving like that. That's going to be about another 1,200. But still, if you can take home over 2,000 miles every week, and that's driving for $1.12 a mile, and that's assuming that you're only getting 38 cents a mile for the student and your $1.12 a mile when you're driving. It could be $1.12 for all the miles, and that math becomes a whole lot better. So anyways, just imagine people. Just imagine drivers out here driving for $16 an hour, $18 an hour, 38 cents a mile, 40 cents a mile. You're making nothing. You are not making anything. Now, in comparison to what you were doing before that point, per se, like this guy that I listened to on YouTube, he was on unemployment before he became a truck driver. He was getting like $450 a week, or $450 a week, or something like that, with unemployment. So when he came out here making 36 cents a mile, traveling 3,000 miles a week, he was still taking home around 900 to 1,000 a week. So he doubled his unemployment money the minute he got in the truck. And then there are some people that's making that same amount of money that are employed, working fast food or grocery stores. It's just a regular warehouse forklift driver. Some of those make a lot of money too, but your average situation, and you hustling in a lot of those jobs, especially if you're talking about fast food and stocking groceries and things of that nature, working on cars all day long, doing oil changes and tire changes all day long, whatever the case may be. Jobs where you work hard for your money. Truck driving, I mean, my father's been a truck driver and he's got bad hips now. Bad hips, and I think he has some other ailment that he was going through related to trucking. But, he takes some medication. He had surgery on one of his hips. He feels a lot better. He's been He's been pushing the tractor for, I want to say, at least 20 years. And heck, I'm sure it's longer than that when I think back. but he was off and on when I was younger. But yeah, some over 20 years sitting in that seat up front, and trucks were a lot less comfortable and ergonomically correct back then, as far as the seat goes. And but still, otherwise the work isn't difficult, especially if you're over the road. You don't touch the freight. You never touch the freight. I haven't touched freight in a while. So when I was on that local job, I touched a few things, but I kind of volunteered for that. They get paid like an extra $50 or something. Help unload the trailer. But yeah, just imagine, because people coming from where I lived and where I come from, there's a lot of people working in the factory, a lot of people working in the warehouse, and we were hustling to make $600 and $700 in 1 week, $800 in 1 week. We were talking about crazy overtime we were putting in, because we were making $8, $9, $10 an hour, And for those who are interested and those who are considering it, just do it. Trucking will change your financial life. It will change your home life. If you got one of those that you got to deal with while you're out here, we'll change that too. That's why it's not for everybody. But for those of you who can, you should definitely come out here and do it. Still wide open for people. They're short on drivers, as I've been hearing. As I say, it's the driver's market. And you get your pick of schools and company-sponsored programs, that is. And therefore, you don't have to pay for it in the end. Let the company pay for it. Stick with the company until it's paid for. And get your experience, and then go drive for somebody that'll give you a sign-on bonus if you like. That might be the first way you make your money. Drive for somebody a year. You feel like you're still not ready to move on to the next level, move on to another company paying either your better rate or has like a $5,000 or $10,000 sign-on bonus if the pay is the same or better. On top of that, that'd be your first way you make a come up on your very first next year of driving. So that automatically puts you up higher than the year before. You started off right. You made $30,000 the first year, and you get that sign-on bonus and make a little bit more cents per mile. And next year you're making $35,000, $37,000. Look at that change already in your first 2 years. And then by the third year, you're ready to go lease. And even a halfway decent lease program, you're going to gross over $100,000 to the revenue to the truck, which means your net probably 50 to 60,000 of that, more likely. So look at that progression. 30,000 to 35, 37 to 45, 55, 60. And then, depending on where you are, especially if it's a walkaway lease, once you get used to that, and then you be like, oh, I want to make way more money than this leasing, then you'll find where you can really go and make some real good money. Plus, you'll be working on your third year. On your third year, it's nowhere you can't work. That's the other thing. You can work for anybody almost in your third year. Just about anybody. Any company will take you pretty much. There's some companies where you got to have crazy amount of experience, like a lot. I know some places require 4 and 5 years. Some even, I think I seen one company require 10. I think it was called STI somewhere. They require 10 years experience. I don't know how they finding those drivers, but I guess they're out there. But they're paying a lot of money. I think that particular job, they pay for your health insurance. It don't even come out your check at all. Yeah. They pay for your whole family health insurance program, something like that. So anyways, training. Get your company job and train. That's going to be your most simplest transition into making money. And then if you lease and train, that's even better. There was a guy at Western Express that I met. he was grossing $6,000 and $7,000 a week with a student. My mentor was grossing, around $4,000 and $5,000 because I was driving like crazy. And he only was driving for 3 months before they got in that lease truck. And after 3 months, you get in your lease truck, and then another couple months later, they allowed him to train. In his 6 months, he was making that type of money. Come on, people. The money is, trucking has got the money in it. You can't do that anywhere else. If you find something else that does that, let me know. I want to know. And we all just regular blue-collar worker guys and women. No special training other than this commercial driver's license we carrying around. Background making pizzas and stocking and, saying, it's amazing the difference out here. But anyways, I just wanted to encourage some people that's on the fence. Come out here and be a driver. If you got the freedom and you got the desire to make more and do more and learn how to become a business owner out here, own your truck, own a fleet, become a carrier. So many ways to make that money. But I'll tell y'all about that a little bit more in the next one. Y'all have a good one. Chivalrous Knight out.